Welcome to this digital photography course. Hello, my name is Clover Leary. I would first like to welcome you to the course. I've been teaching a range of classes in photography since 2003, and I am your instructor for this online course. So let's go over some key course policies and requirements. The course provides a practical, hands-on introduction to digital SLR photography. It provides a foundation in digital photography as an artistic medium and as a communication tool. It will be an introduction to professional digital cameras, digital editing workflow, and output for print and web. The emphasis will be on the conceptual and social dimensions of the medium. We will work on the development of creative concepts for digital photography projects in a variety of photographic genres. The course is geared towards beginning students, so no previous experience with cameras or equipment is necessary. The class is asynchronous, meaning we will not be doing any activities that require you to participate at a specific time of day, such as Zoom. It is not a Zoom live class. Instead, you'll have readings, image-based lectures to review each week, along with a set of section-based assignments, quizzes, written critiques, and written discussions with due dates for each. This is a fully online course, so there are no classroom meetings. If you would like to chat with me online, you're welcome to make an appointment to chat or schedule a Zoom meeting during my office hours. You're welcome to email me through the Canvas inbox or email me at cloverleary@yahoo.com. I generally respond within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, when classes are in session. I probably will not respond nights, weekends, or on holidays. Many students register for distance learning courses believing that it will require less time. Though you will spend less time in the classroom, the art of discovering information and the responsibility of scheduling learning into your busy lives will be on your shoulders. In reality, many distance learning courses are more of a time commitment than a traditional lecture course, though there are some obvious advantages. Primarily, you will have the opportunity to access the course 24 hours, whenever you like, and fit it into the schedule which when best meets your time. So on the first day of course, it's essential that you read through all course materials located on the Canvas course website and in the syllabus module in the week 1 module. The course website will be available beginning the first day of class or the day before. Please review the syllabus and course calendar especially carefully. All of the relevant slide presentations, course materials, and assignment descriptions for each week are located in the Modules tab on the left menu of your Canvas course. The required group discussions are also available in the weekly modules folders. Please note the due dates. Completed assignments will also be uploaded and critiqued on a separate class Flickr page for convenience in viewing and critique. The link to the class group Flickr site is located in the weekly modules as well as in your syllabus. So a note, all images turned for all assignments must be new photographs shot for the specific assignment by you. No work shot before the start of class will be accepted, as this class is about learning to take better photographs. All images turned in for assignments must be shot with a DSLR or similar mirrorless camera. You will be shooting and uploading large, unaltered JPEG and RAW camera files. I will not accept processed or altered images without the original file submitted as well. The class is about using your camera to take the best photographs you can and getting the most out of your camera. So even if you do post-process, we still want to see the originals to see how they were shot. Many software programs also remove the shooting data when a new edited file is created from your original. So I need to be able to see how you're shooting and metering before processing in order to give you feedback. Students have been having a number of difficulties viewing all necessary information when accessing the course through a mobile app. So if you've mostly been looking at the Canvas, mobile app using your phone or a tablet, you're not going to see some things that are really important. So please access the course whenever possible through a desktop or a laptop computer. Many things on Canvas are inaccessible when viewed through a phone or tablet, so you'll likely miss necessary documents, lectures, comments, grading comments especially, and the rubrics are going to be kind of hidden and hard to access for you if you're only accessing the course through your phone or a tablet. So for this course, you must have access to a digitally manually adjustable camera as well as imaging editing software, both of which are necessary for the successful completion of the course. If you do not have a camera or computer to use, PCC may be able to assist you with a camera and computer checkout. Camera checkout instructions can be found at the end of the syllabus module. So for the assignments, each assignment will include an assignment sheet, a page in Canvas, presentations, and a deadline. Each project will be critiqued in an online class forum. The rigor of participation, production, and involvement will be assessed for the grade. Be sure to read both the assignment instructions and grading rubric carefully for each assignment before you start working, as well as reviewing any pertinent lectures that go with that assignment. So photography assignments are due by midnight on the due date, but I do give a 24-hour grace period for photo assignment submissions. You can turn in your work up to a full 24 hours late without a grade deduction, without even contacting me. Since group participation and critique is a large part of this class, though, I do not accept work later than 24 hours after the deadline without prior approval. I do understand that things come up, and above all, I want you to succeed. So if you do miss a deadline, I also offer extra credit assignments to make up lost points. So the extra credit assignments aren't due until the end of the semester. You have the whole semester to determine if you need to add one of those to make up points for your grade. So for assignments, as long as an assignment was initially turned in on time, up to 24 hours late, you can always redo it for full credit. The first attempt does not need to be perfect. You can always redo photo assignments and resubmit them to Canvas assignment at any point before the course ends. But in order to redo them, you do need to turn in an attempt when they're due. So please review my grade notes and the grade rubric before you redo assignments. You're going to be missing a lot of tips, suggestions, and critique if you don't. Also, if you make mistakes, so will others, and other students in the course can learn from your errors just as you'll learn from theirs. So please do not hesitate to turn in an imperfect or incomplete attempt. Having the opportunity to give and receive feedback and suggestions is an effective way to learn difficult techniques. So if you find yourself struggling with an assignment, the odds are so will other students. And showing images that you've come up with, which may have some technical difficulties or aesthetic difficulties, it's absolutely fine. This is a course. The whole point is learning. So we can kind of go over your images, look at what you've done, give you some suggestions for improvement the next go around. You can redo it, I'll regrade it, and the highest grade you get will be the highest grade you have on that assignment. So assignment grades will be given through Canvas. To discuss a grade, please make an appointment to chat with me during my office hours if you want a grade revision or want to really kind of have a more in-depth understanding of what it is that did or didn't work in that assignment. So please review the grade rubrics when asking for a grade revision, and also review the notes before resubmitting assignments. So please don't wait until the last minute to complete your work, especially your photography assignments, as they will likely require several attempts to master those specific assignment techniques. You're going to need more time than you might think for certain assignments. So just, give it an attempt, well ahead of time, review the images, see how they worked, see if they meet the assignment criteria. That will give you lots of time to make revisions and adjustments and reshoot if necessary. So for assignments, view all lecture slides, assignment instructions, and grade rubrics for each assignment before you start working. I know I said it before, but that's really important. Some people kind of go out and try to shoot something and realize they miss some really key assignment techniques. If you want to start working on lectures and assignments ahead of time, though, that's absolutely fine. But please don't submit your work more than a week before the assignment is due, as early submissions to the Flickr page will cause confusion if they're turned in, when other assignments are still up. Right? It's going to be a little bit confusing for people who are trying to offer critique. So there's a document in the syllabus module that reads, Assignment Guidelines for Upload and Critique, How to Join the Class Flickr page. So please read this first so you have a really detailed understanding of how you're submitting work, how it's going to be turned in, and the requirements. So Flickr is an image hosting website. As I've said before, we're going to be using it in the class to provide a forum for viewing the photographs created for each assignment. It also is going to be really helpful for critiquing them as a group. We're using Flickr instead of the various photo sharing tools offered in Canvas because Flickr shows the shooting data, and the other ones do not. So we can easily see camera settings and better understand how images were shot and use that information when offering image critique and feedback. So for assignment critiques, critiques are mandatory. Critiques are the primary way for you to give and receive feedback in this course. So in addition to the points earned for submitting critiques themselves, the critiques are also going to be a part of each photo assignment grade. Your critique will be reduced one letter grade 10% if you don't submit critiques to the Canvas critique discussion for that assignment by the due date. So critiques are due on Canvas by midnight on the due date, but again, I do give a 24-hour grace period for photo critique submissions. So you can turn in your critiques up to a day late without a grade reduction, without even contacting me. Since your critiques are group participation based, and since there's a window that you guys are offering them and looking at each other's work, I do not accept critiques that are later than that. But you can always complete extra credit to make up lost points if you're concerned about your grade. So for the critiques themselves, your critique should be a frank and detailed assessment of the image and focus on constructive criticism. Please provide specific, detailed technical suggestions and observations, and detailed suggestions for improvement. So discuss techniques that pertain to that specific assignment. Suggestions can be compositional improvements. You can look at the camera settings used for the image, suggest alternate settings if warranted, right? They should really be about looking at the lectures, looking at the material covered, and trying to give really good, positive, helpful critique to the students in the class. You must submit the critiques that you want to turn in for credit on the Canvas discussion critique thread for that assignment. There will be a critique discussion thread under each assignment link in the weekly modules. So critiques should also be posted on Flickr. You can just copy and paste them to both places. Because if they're on Flickr, the class can see all of the critiques with the images that are being shot, with the feedback. It's just a much easier way to get comments. In addition to that, you can post as many comments as you want on Flickr. The only ones I'm going to grade are the images that you post to that Canvas critique for that assignment. So I won't evaluate the ones on Flickr for credit, but I will be reading them. So for the critiques themselves, you must follow the length and content requirements to receive credit. Each of your critique postings submitted to the Canvas discussion should be at least 150 words in length or more, right? Not characters, words. So please note that the amount of critiques required for each assignment, some are 2, some are more, and make sure that each critique meets the minimum word length requirement of 150 words, and quality is of even more importance than quantity. Your critiques, comments, and arguments should be analytical in nature, supported by facts from the course material. Only appropriate statements to the assignment will be given credit. For instance, hey, cool photograph, I liked it, is not a critique. It's not offering suggestion, it's not analytical, it's not really looking at the image and offering feedback. So that's what will be the most helpful for other students in the class. Please don't post critiques to photographs that already have 2 main critiques posted to them. We want to make sure that everybody gets a critique and feedback, not just the most popular photographs. So if you see that a couple of critiques have already been posted for a photograph, move on. Find another photograph that you can assess and discuss. In addition, if you're only talking about the photographs that are the most perfect, that's not very useful or helpful for students. They're going to want to get feedback on what they can do differently, on improvements and suggestions that you have based on your own understanding of the readings and course materials. So all the critiques are graded credit, no credit. I do give partial credit if you maybe only do 1 critique, or if it's a little bit short or something, partial credit will be offered. But in order to get full credit for the critiques, you have to make sure they meet the length and content requirements and that there are the right amount of them for each assignment. So this course focuses on fully manual camera control and photographic composition. So you have to use one of the following types of cameras in this class. Either use a DSLR camera, right? A camera that's a digital single lens reflex camera that's capable of fully manual adjustment, or a mirrorless camera that's a DSLR equivalent, right? That still has all the same manual functions. So after reading the first couple weeks of lectures, you should have a better idea of the various camera types and their advantages and disadvantages. And if you're looking to buy a camera, I've listed some options and things to think about in the syllabus. And if you are of course welcome to contact me to discuss options. The website DP Review, which is also in your syllabus, has some great suggestions, as well as reviews of cameras and lenses by photographers working in the field. The link is in your syllabus. The great thing about that website is you can see examples shot by those cameras and lenses, see how they compare and contrast to others, and kind of assess them for various things and price. You're also going to be using software in this class. This class has a post-processing component. And we're going to be using RAW files, which are basically your camera's unedited, unaltered RAW file formats. So for this class, you'll become familiar with the software program or programs that are capable of image download, organization, and post-processing image editing. Your software must be capable of processing raw camera photographs. I will provide software tutorials on Adobe Bridge, Camera Raw, and Photoshop, which they work really well together as an editing and organizational system, but you're of course welcome to use alternate software programs if they offer similar capabilities. I have a list of them in the syllabus. If you're already using a different program such as Adobe Lightroom, you can simply continue using that software instead. So Bridge will allow you to sort and organize your images easily. Camera Raw is used for raw image processing and edits. And further edits and post-process can then be done in Adobe Photoshop or through the filter Camera Raw in Photoshop. So Adobe Bridge is a file browser and organizational tool to view and organize your photographs. For this class, I'd like you to become familiar with Bridge if you're not already using another system to view and organize your photographs. While you're a student, you will be eligible to purchase all the Adobe software at a huge discount. You can either purchase a yearly license through thecollegebuys.com, right? I've listed it in your syllabus, or you can subscribe to Adobe Creative Cloud for software access. And it's a monthly licensing fee that you're going to be paying. The college buys price is great compared to the yearly price, so that I think is a good option. If you don't wish to use Adobe Bridge and Camera Raw, you'll still need to use some other program to view, organize, and edit your images that is capable of handling raw photographs. So I look forward to working with you. Please do contact me if you have any questions. Bye for now.